Yeah, hi, Dick back again. We're going to do a walk around of this bike and talk a bit more about it. This is the YZ426F, probably a 2000 model. This would have been one of the most successful or probably popular bikes Yamaha would have been putting out in the motocross space back in early 2000s, and I dare say it was a winner because they were popular. You know, there's a lot of them out there, and a lot of them are still going today, and others are broken. You know, they've who knows, poor maintenance. I would say more than anything poor maintenance, because you know what is the life of a racing bike? You know, it only ever got pulled out on a Sunday. You know, it only did as many races as the guy until the guy fell off. You know, maybe only 2 or 3 hours, you know, on that Sunday, maybe 4. That'd be it, you know, and 4 hours every Sunday for a number of years. It's still not much, and if you kept the maintenance up, that's really, you know, it's really not a lot of miles, and that's what I'm saying this bike here. This bike is still in excellent condition. When I got it, I may have mentioned in a previous video about these seals. You know, the carbies are the things that let them down, and it's not through anything wrong with the carbie. It's just there's a number of neoprene seals in the carbies, and they break down over time, and that causes either flooding or certain parts not to work, and that's what makes them hard to start. So a typical scenario is the guy you know, he bought the bike newish or close to newish back in 2000. You know, he raced for a little while perhaps, and then found over a period of time that the bike became a little bit less reliable, and and less competitive as well. We also mentioned that, you know, technology's marching on so fast that, you know, only a number of years go by, a couple of different models, and suddenly these things are not keeping up with the winners. You're not going to win on this bike anymore, right? So you know, what are your choices? Buy another bike, buy a new model, or stop racing. You know, and that's natural attrition. And of course, once, as also said that before, there's not much of a demand for a motocross bike once it's not competitive anymore. And you know, they don't always make great trail bikes. Oh well, you know, they do, but they don't have side stands. You know, yeah, they don't have a side stand. So you got to find a tree to lean it up against. You know, that's impractical. And you know, highly tuned engines. You know, hard to start. You know, they would be the biggest downfalls, I would think. But look at the advantages: super lightweight, very very fast, good brakes, good chassis. You know. Yeah. When it comes to trail bike or trail riding, they would keep up with anything that's out there. And if you look at the specs on these things, you'll see that even these 4-stroke engines, they were producing as much power as a YZ425 2-stroke. You know, from many years prior. So yeah. But they get let down in these few areas, you know, and shim adjustment in the valves is another area that you know, I can't say I've been totally caught out by that one, but certainly, after a period of time, the valves wear and you need to adjust the shims, and that's a bit of a challenge. Timing chains, broken pistons, there's a bunch of other things that sometimes happen, but in the time that I've been mucking around with these things, I've never really had any major mechanical issues. Change the oil, watch the filter, warm them up before you flog them, and they seem to be very, very reliable. And that's why they sold in so many units, back in the 2000s. All right, well, I've probably overshot this one a bit, so I will see you in the next one.